Welcome to the show, baseball fans. Here's what's going on in the baseball world on this October morning. For Game 5 of the ALCS, the Yankees knocked out 10 hits as a team as they pulled off the win against the Angels in Orange County, 3-2. They now have a 3-2 series lead going into Game 6. And that's what's going on around baseball here in October. Join us again tomorrow for updates from around the postseason.
Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. Mark DeRosa, how do they go about keeping this series alive?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one.
Margot's under it. 1 away.
Right fielder.
Now the pitch. Change up that catches the corner for strike 1. Gonzalez has made a name for himself as a starter that simply misses the barrel of the bat. He rarely allows a large number of hits, and he does a pretty good job of keeping the ball in the ballpark when the hitters do make contact.
Yeah, Matt, and that's not an easy thing to do. I think one of the reasons is he changes speeds really well, and he throws both sides of the plate. One of the keys to missing the barrels, you have to be able to throw inside and throw outside, and he's about as good as it gets in baseball at missing barrels.
The next 0-2. Line drive to center field, but sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. A ball and no strikes. We're just getting started here in our nation's capital. And this is a fastball that's right on the black, but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now.
Well, 2-0 now, and this is where he makes his money. If he gets a pitch to Hackett, you can bet he's not going to hold back.
Ian Happ would be next. And we'll have the first base runner of the ball game here as that misses, and it's a 2-out walk. First pitch of the at-bat. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But that'll hit off the wall in left center. Bryant rounds third and is digging for the plate. And he's in safely to third as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that the moment isn't too big for him. He's slowing the game down. He looks terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. Postseason monster right here. Having a huge series. Any big leaguer can have their moment mid-May, but to do it when it gets cold outside means everything.
Turned on down the line, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. Here's another 0-2. And it's fouled away. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. But the Cubs do come through with one thanks to the RBI triple. Home half of the first coming up here at Nationals Park. It's now 1-0 Chicago. Digging in now, Cesar Hernandez. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Third baseman, Cesar Hernandez.
First pitch on its way. And a neck-high fastball that time. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Rizzo shading to his right, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Standing in now, Mo Evans. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike one. And they go away here. It's a cold strike, 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Shoots this one over to first. And he'll step on first himself for the out. Giancarlo Stanton now. In past meetings with Jose Quintana, he's really struggled. 0 for 10. 7 strikeouts on the stat sheet as well. Quintana, a Colombian-born ball player. He's a 9-year Major League vet. Now a big swing, and this ball is crushed out to deep center field. And out of here, and I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. It's a solo blast off the bat of Giancarlo Stanton, his third home run of this series. And as a result, the Nationals are back even at 1 run apiece.
Well, his offense spotted him a run in the top of the inning, and he just gave it right back. That's what happens when you plant one in a hitter's wheelhouse. Sent out of here in a hurry.
Now at the plate, Miguel Cabrera looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. First delivery to him on the way. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball one. Here's a high pop-up. Rizzo is there. And that ends the inning. But the Nationals are able to tie things up. Here's the first pitch to him.
The catcher, number 40.
And the changeup just missed the inside corner. A swing and a miss at the big curveball. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. Hot shot down the line. And that's through for a hit. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Looking at this, you know he had to be sitting on that pitch because he jumped all over it. Tried to keep him off balance with the old Uncle Charlie, and he was having none of that. Not a bad pitch. He was just waiting for it and blasted a leadoff double.
Count now, a ball and a strike. Almora is unlike many of today's hitters in the sense that he doesn't have a lot of swing and miss in his approach at the plate. More often than not, he gets contact, and I'm sure that makes him a frustrating hitter to face from a pitcher's standpoint.
You know, he takes his chances when he has count leverage. Without question, 1-0, 2-0, you'll see this guy try and get nasty a little bit, but he stays within himself. He knows what his strengths are, and he tries to drive the ball right back where it came from.
Shot toward right center, and that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. And the runner will score from second as they take a 2-1 lead.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Love the execution of that changeup, but hats off to the guy at the plate right now. That's a great take in this situation. Maybe bought himself a fastball.
Here now the 2-2. Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. Now the 3-2 pitch. And he fouls this one off. The next 3-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. The pitcher, Jose Quintana, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation. So let's see if that is indeed on right here. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0. Now a bunt attempt here. Segura for 1. Relay to first in time. And just like that, this side is retired. Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Second baseman.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Hayward has a read on it. And that's the first out of the inning. In now, Manuel Margot, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here comes the first pitch. 0-1 the count. Rizzo trying to get there, but this will wind up being a foul ball. Now this is swung on, and here's another fly ball out to right field. And Hayward will put this one away for out number 2. Gene Segura standing in. Will try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. First delivery to him on the way. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Calling for it, Happ. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Here's Javier Baez. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Here's the first pitch to him. Up around the face. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And he hung a curveball that time, and it stayed up around the letters. Ball 2.
That curveball stayed up in the zone. You'll see that often early in the game where a pitcher's trying to find that release point, particularly with his off-speed pitches. We'll have to keep an eye on him, see if he's able to settle down as this game moves on.
And this will be flagged down easily for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, right fielder.
Coming to the plate now, Jason Hayward. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And he lays off there, 1-0. Hayward, or often just J-Hay. He was selected in the first round back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys. All right, that's when you got to tell yourself to slow down a little bit right there. Out in front on a fastball, hit it hard, but pulled it foul.
Counts even to Hayward, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing, and he pops him up. Segura over to his left, 2 gone.
Now batting.
Here's Chris Bryant now. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. And they go right after him on the inside corner for strike 1. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. Bounced on the ground and right at the shifted infielders. Then it goes to first, and it's not in time. And that will bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ. It was an RBI triple for him in his first at-bat. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Bryant leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Hard hit ball to second. LeMahieu's got it. Throw on to first, and that error won't come back to haunt him after all as the inning is over. At the plate, Yasmani Grandal.
Leading off for Washington, catcher.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Hayward has a read on it. One down. Striding in now for the Nats, Gio Gonzalez. First pitch coming. Here it is. Here's a hard hit ball to the left side that'll be taken in out there at short. And very quickly here, there are two away now. Digging in, Cesar Hernandez. First offering on its way. And that one stayed too low apparently.
With 2 outs, they're not playing him to bunt here, and he didn't show it there, but I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't at least thinking about it. He handles the bat pretty well, and he can definitely run.
A 1-1 count to the Nationals leadoff batter. The 1-1 home. There's a breaking ball that misses off the plate. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I think he'll be frustrated with himself about that swing. He was in a good hitter's count and ended up chasing one out of the zone. Now the count's even again.
Rizzo has a play. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Nothing across here this half of the inning. We're through 3 here in game number 6. Cubs. First pitch of the at-bat. And a curveball that time that broke too low.
Well, that's not where he wanted that curveball. It kind of backed up and stayed in. That can be effective sometimes, but it usually doesn't have the same hard bite.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Fouled away. No offer at that one, and the count moves to 2-2 now on the Cub first baseman. And it's fouled away. Too high, ball 3.
I understand pitching carefully to this guy in the box, but the man on deck doesn't represent any relief either. He's going to have to go after one of these guys.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin stanza number 4. And that misses, ball 1. Hit back up the middle. And that's through for another base hit. He'll make it 2 for 2 in this one.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dad. Sent it back right where it came from.
And now here's the versatile outfielder, Albert Almora Jr. No balls and a strike to count. The 0-1 pitch. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Rizzo on second. Contreras at first with no outs. Fastball hit on the ground is short. And he's safe. Here's Addison Russell. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. 4th inning of a 2-1 ball game. Swing and a miss, 1-1. And a breaking ball stays outside. Popped him up. LeMahieu backs up a bit and he takes charge for the first out. Now batting, Jose Quintana. First pitch coming, here it is. And a ball 1-0.
The intent with that changeup away was one thing and one thing only. Get a double play ball. Nice job to lay off it at the plate, though.
The 1-1 home. Ground ball sent back up the middle. LeMahieu on to first, and he really paid the price at second base, but it's a double play. Leading off the inning, Mo Evans, and they'll need him to get something going here. First delivery to him on the way. Breaking ball in for a strike. Evans, only 20 years old. He's a second-year big leaguer. Ground ball left side. Stopped on the slide by Russell. Got him. Well, that was certainly worth another look with Show Track. He made that play look easy, but the sliding stop is anything but. Then he rifles the ball across the infield to complete the out. Just a great play all the way around. Giancarlo Stanton now, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame.
Yeah, Matt, that last at bat, that was a pretty good pitch. A fastball down and away that he went out and hooked and pulled it. So if I'm on the mound right now, I'm going to have to think about throwing one up and in and standing this guy up to make that outside corner not as appealing.
Missed with a breaking ball.
After watching that one go by and a ball being called, you can rest assured he knows he's not getting away with another one of those. I guarantee you he's going to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Rizzo in foul ground.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down. The first baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in. He popped out in his first trip. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Outside with the fastball. It's 1-0. That's wide, 2-0.
Pitching isn't always about getting everyone out. Sometimes it's about being smart and knowing when to pick your battles. He's been really careful with this hitter so far, and rightfully so.
3-0 to him now. Quintana's got his target. Here's the 3-0. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will. Just to the right of the chalk. A fair ball. The relay, and he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
And he just blasts this thing down the left field line. I thought it might bend foul, but it lands just inside the chalk, and he's able to leg it out for a double. Good looking swing.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
What a well-executed pitch right there. Just a little bit off the corner right there. Got a great hitter to go a little bit outside his zone.
High in the air down the right field line. Hayward has a read on it, and the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Striding in once again, Javier Baez hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line-out. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. One ball and one strike to the Cubs leadoff batter.
That curveball is a pitch you have to get on top of, or else it'll take off just like that one did.
Up in the zone for him, and he takes a called strike 2. Here's a huge swing by Baez, and a ball sent to deep left field. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the left field wall. And the Cubs could be onto something here. It's a leadoff double.
That's what good hitters do. You get a pitch you like, and you just explode on it. He blasted that one over the left fielder's head for an easy double.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. First pitch on its way. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Boy, that was an awfully close pitch right there. I know if I'm on the mound, I want that pitch called a strike. That's one of those that could go either way.
Slapped hard the opposite way. And that's in there. Base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out.
Hey, this has the makings of being a pretty big inning, D-Row. Leadoff double, now a base hit, and all of a sudden we're looking at first and third.
Yeah, sometimes you wake up and just get smacked in the mouth right here. He's going to have to start executing pitches. He cannot leave a ball over the heart of the plate right here. He's going to have damage on his hands.
Sean Kelly comes on now in an awfully difficult situation as there are two on here with nobody out. Takes a look at a slider that catches the inside corner. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat. In there, and it's 0-2 now.
With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or are you still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of that depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher, you can go ahead and ride a fastball up in the zone, but if you're a guy that induces a lot of ground balls with a sinker, I think you have to stick with that plan.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the 2-seamer, and that's out number 1. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Ian Happ, 1 for 2 with a triple so far in this one. They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike 1. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run.
Well, when it left its bat, I didn't think it had the height to even clear the fence. Shows you how much I know. That thing was a laser shot that just kept going and going and going. Wow, that was impressive.
Drilled down the line. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. 1-1 the count to the Cubs first baseman. 3 runs already home here. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. And it's quickly 0-2. 5 runs, 7 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. But the Cubs do get 3 on the 3-run. And that'll bring up Manuel Margot. He'll get his side started in the inning, and Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
Boy, they sure have, Matt. They came out of the gates and got hot right away, but whatever was going for them pretty much has disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up.
A swing and a ground ball to third. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
The batter, number 2, shortstop,
Gene Segura standing in. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Hayward has a read on it. 2 down. Striding in, Yasmani Grandal. He flew out in his last at-bat. Quintana's got his target. First pitch on its way. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1.
Hey, 2 outs, nobody on, and a power hitter up. This is where, as a pitcher, you got to use the hitter's aggression against them. Get him to fish a little bit. Something a little more out of the zone than normal.
Almora is under this one. As he puts this one away, the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. Standing in, Albert Almora. He'll start things out now in the top half of the 6th. Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. Grounder down the line at third. Played on the backhand. And a close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number 1. Digging in, Addison Russell. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. No balls and 1 strike. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. And the 6th inning is progressing quickly here. Now 2 away. Into the box, Jose Quintana. He was a double play victim last time around. Ball one to start the at-bat. The 1-0 home. His fastball taken high for a ball.
Can't allow yourself to lose focus right here with the pitcher up. Got to stay on the attack. Minimize pitches against these guys and put them away early.
And he wouldn't have made contact with that one with an or. It's 2-2. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2. Well, he really threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Shohei Ohtani is going to come off the bench as he'll be asked to lead off the bottom of inning number 6.
Shohei Ohtani.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Fouled off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And that one just missed outside.
This is one of those classic cases of the right guy at the right spot. They need to get a rally going, and this is maybe their best hitter, so he's the right guy in the right spot for this team right now.
And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out. Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Cesar Hernandez. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball one. Now a swing and a deep drive to left. Looking up is Contreras, and gone. And absolutely.
Yeah, I can remember when leadoff hitters were these little speedy guys who would try to leg out little numbers and draw walks. Well, that time has passed, and guys like this, with pop at the plate, can sometimes go deep as well as anybody in the lineup.
Into the box, Mo Evans. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. No hits to this point. The windup and the 0-1. Hot shot to third. Bryant is up with it. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
The right fielder, number 27. Giancarlo.
Settling in now, Giancarlo Stanton. Comes in 1-for-2 with that home run he hit earlier. Quintana gets the sign. First pitch on the way. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Nats draw just a bit closer thanks to the solo home run. Top of the order due up to start the 7th. It's the Cubs 5 and the Nationals 2. Sean Doolittle is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 62. Gone.
A little off, and it's in for a called strike 1.
To me, getting ahead 0-1, it's the most important pitch in the game, Matty. It puts the hitter on the defensive. I can only think of myself being in the batter's box when I'm sitting 1-0.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run.
You know, as a pitcher, there's nothing worse than getting taken deep, but it's something every pitcher has to deal with. Even the best pitchers give up home runs. You just have to refocus and go after the next hitter.
He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. A swing and a blast to center field. No doubt about this one. Back-to-back home runs as that one's way out of here. How about the work the lineups have been doing so far, fellas?
Matty V, this is turning into Home Run Derby Part 2. D-Row, 5 bombs already in this one.
Yeah, there's a fight at the bat rack for both teams right here. A lot of missed locations right out over the heart of the plate, and neither side is missing.
He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Margot going back on it.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA, and what does he do when he shows up? Rookie of the Year, MVP. I mean, get in line. Well, this is amazing right here. 3 home runs in a row. I've actually been a part of a similar situation in between Rafael Furcal and Gary Sheffield back in the early 2000s. What a moment. All the boys are going nuts. For 3 guys to do it, it's pretty special.
Throw to first is in time for the first out. First offering on its way. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. His career line with Doolittle, batting .500, 5 for 10. He's also hit a couple of home runs against him. A ball and 2 strikes to Anthony Rizzo.
That was a good swing right there. It might be the best one he's had all night because he was right on it.
He struck him out. The 3rd time he's fanned in the game. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out, a strikeout is just as good as a regular out.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. So they get 3 runs here, all coming via solo. First baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Count even at 1-1 to the Nationals' first baseman.
Well, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. If he's going to have the ability to flip that in there whenever he wants, this is going to be a tough test.
And they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
When your team is behind this late in the game, it's not a good look for you as a hitter to show no.
Belted high and deep into right center. See you later. Over the wall. A home run. DJ LeMahieu. As he'll get caught chasing that one there. It's strike 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Behind 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And no swing apparently. Ball 1. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. Stepping up now, Manuel Margot. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Looks at a curveball called for a strike. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. Gene Segura standing in. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A swing and a miss at the big curveball.
Great off-speed pitch right there. He was definitely sitting fastball, wanted to turn and burn. Everything went flying. This pitcher might be on the attack with that pitch all game long.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. Segura behind on a 1-2 count.
Hey, nice job of bouncing back after the leadoff homer. 2 quick outs after the bomb, and he's got a chance to get out of this.
Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. But the Nationals draw one back on the solo home run. We'll march on to the 8th. It's now 8-3. Ready now, Albert Almora. He'll start things.